Pamela Travers was born Pamela Lyndon Gough in Australia in 1899. She grew up reading everything that she could possibly get to read and very soon started telling her own stories. She had this idea of this person called Mary Poppins who comes into people's lives and changes them.
But surely ideas that last the test of time like Mary has don't just pop into a writer's imagination out of thin air, right? So who were the people in P.L. Travers' life that inspired the much-loved character?
There was someone in P.L. Travers' early life who I think had a big impact on the creation of Mary Poppins. It was an aunt of hers, her mother's sister, and she was a kind of no-nonsense, stiff and starchy person. The other very strong influence was a maid who worked for the Travers family who had an umbrella with a parrot head handle to it. I asked P.L. Travers if she'd ever known anybody like Mary Poppins, and she turned rather acerbically to me and said, "Well, have you ever met anyone like Mary Poppins?" And I, of course, said, no, of course I hadn't. But if I'm honest, I'd say, yes, I had met someone like Mary Poppins, and it was P.L. Travers. One of the things I find very interesting, we're talking about her in London, and not very far from here, in Fleet Street, was an office where she used to go once a week and send copy to Australian newspapers. And on the way down there, she would see at the end of the road St Paul's Cathedral. And of course St Paul's figures very centrally in the story, the first book, and also in the film and the show. And on the way to St Paul's Cathedral, she would have passed on the left-hand side of Fleet Street a little road, a tiny little road called Poppins Court. I wondered whether maybe that name came to her as being a very intriguing name that she saw on a nameplate on a street in London.